Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my 20 minutes cardio. It's day 36. I am feeling really good. I had a cheat meal last night. I had my most favorite pizza yesterday. Half of it extra large, half of extra large pizza. I slept okay. I couldn't sleep a lot because was very high sodium pizza, and I needed to get up and drink more water, and that's why I couldn't sleep really well. But still, I managed to get 5 hours of sleep, and now I am on bicycle, doing my exercise, doing the deed of the day. So today I want to talk about something important. Like every subject I talk about is important. So yesterday and a couple of days ago, since I've started this series of goal setting and how to achieve them, just trying to put you on a more active lifestyle. So when you set up your goals, you have to take care of 11 things that I already talked about yesterday and the day before yesterday. But today I want to talk about your mindset when you're going after one goal, one by one. So now you have your goal set up. Let's say you have like 7 goals set up for yourself for a year, or for a day, or for a month, for a week, or for a day, whatever the case may be. How can you approach it? How can you go after it? You have to do 4 things, right? 3 of the things are called half the job, and the last thing is the rest of it, which is 50% also. First 3 things that you have to do start with number 1, thinking. Now you have a goal, you have a resolution, you start thinking about it. You think about everything, right? You give yourself some time, maybe a day or two. Day or two is a lot. Day or two is okay to think about. Think about it, starting from whether this goal is achievable or not, whether this goal is good or not for me, for myself, comparing it with those 11 considerations that I told you. You have to think about them. Think about them. Think, just think. Now, this thinking will help you getting familiarized with that goal itself. That won't be like going after something blindly, which is the last thing you will want. So think about it. What are the benefits? What are the costs? And what are the resources available to you to pursue that goal? Okay. Now, once you have done this, you go around, then you take other people's opinion. You go around, you take other people's opinion. Other people, especially people around you, people who is your support group. Go to the people who have more knowledge, who have more experience, who have done those things way before you could have been successful, right? Those things, they need to be understood, right? That there are people, of course, you are very great, you are high achiever, you are hard worker, you are everything. But there are people who are ahead of you, who have been ahead of you, and you have to acknowledge that, you have to accept that, and find out those people. Which ones do you like? Which ones you want to talk to? You go to them, you talk to them, right? You get their opinions. You tell them everything. Ask them every option, ask them every prospect, of those goals and achievement of those goals, whether those can be achieved or not. Right? You go around, you ask them. Right? Now, once you have done this thing, the third thing you would do is make a decision. Right? So, now, don't take too long on this stage. You have taken enough time in thinking by yourself. You have taken enough time in talking to other people. So they do not take much time in deciding. Just decide it. Just say that yes, I want to do it, or say that I don't want to do it. End of story. Right? Now, this decision is going to impact your future. So, pay attention while making your decision. You have to consider, put in place, maybe write them down, the benefits, the costs, things you will have to give up to achieve something. Right? Write them down. Write down your limitations. Write down your expectations. And then make a decision. Once you made that decision, right, then you go after it. Now is the time for action. You have to act. This is the 50% of this strategy. You have to act. Yeah, man. You have to act. There's no other way. You have to act on it. You have made a decision. So this is the 50%. I would say more than 50% of anything when it comes to achievement. 50% is the action in it. You do have to be a doer. Okay, don't be a sayer or talker. You have to be a doer. Be a doer. Do that thing. See? So these are the 4 things you have to do for your goals, for your each goal that turns up, that you decide for yourself in the year. And I go by, I go by bigger goals and smaller goals, and that's what you should do. So there are goals, bigger goals, like in every company that is opened, in educated world, they have 2 things. One is a vision, the other is a mission. Okay? Their vision does not change. Vision is a bigger picture. Vision is a bigger thing. And mission is a smaller thing. Mission is a smaller goal, you would say. That's very specific, very practical. Okay? So, I'm not saying exactly compare your goals with the vision and mission. No. Your goals are very practical. I'm saying that once there are goals, bigger goals, you have to divide them in smaller goals. For example, you wanna run 40 kilometers. Okay, it's a marathon run, 40 to 45 kilometers. You want to run it. Okay, now you are nothing when it comes to athletes. You cannot run 40 or 45 kilometers right now, but your goal is to run 45 kilometers. Your goals will start from 1 kilometer. Start running 1 kilometer every day. Make it 2 kilometer after few days, few weeks, few months, no matter how long it takes. That's what you have to do, consideration of just thinking about something and then talking about something and then deciding and acting. Right? You will know what the time frame is to climb up these small milestones. So you set up your smaller goals for 10 kilometer and 20 kilometer, and then you climb up slowly to 45 kilometers. Okay, that's the only way to go for you to climb up. For you, every athlete, that's what they do, consciously or unconsciously. The beauty about doing things consciously is that you have a complete grip on the process. You know, when you achieve something unconsciously, you don't know about the process that you took. You don't know about the process. You never paid attention to the process. Right? You feel like you're lucky. You feel like that you're gifted. You're lucky, you're gifted. Someone did something for you. Maybe somebody trained you. But the truth is that you're not paying attention to the process you went through unconsciously. Right? So if you go through some process unconsciously, you don't know about that process. And you are thankful to God, you're thankful to this, that, this person, that person, this situation, that situation, everything. You might want to blame that achievement you had on something. But remember that there is a process behind it which you followed unconsciously. What this goal setting is, goal setting and achieving your goals is going through that process consciously. You know, when you do that, when you go through some process consciously, you become unassailable. You know, you are undefeatable. You're the man of the hour, the day, the week, the month. You can go on and on and on and on because you know the code. You know, breaking a code, opening the lock, get the wealth and beat the richest man on earth. That's all about knowing the process. Go through that process, know the process. Okay? This is what goal setting is. And everything in life. And I have learned this in my MBA, Masters of Business Education Administration, in my education in business. This was the subject of almost every course. Goal setting and then achieving those goals. Goal setting, achieving those goals. Well, multi-billion-dollar businesses are created that way. Okay? Yes, there is always a push from some other areas, but when an entity grows, any entity, it grows through a process. And mastering that process makes you greater. Right? Now, another thing is that don't make everything structured. That's why I say that goals should be malleable. When your goals are malleable, you can improvise on anything you're doing, right? For example, I have a very good example of NASA and other space companies that these private guys are running, like Blue Origin by this guy Jeff Bezos, and the other by this guy Elon Musk, and then there's another one from UK. I don't know, he's a much older guy. Well, their companies, they are not, their goals are malleable, okay? Their procedures are changeable. They don't follow a very authoritative and red tapeism within the company. They don't tolerate that, just like NASA does. So NASA is government organization and these guys are private organizations, and they're doing better than NASA now, right? They have higher achievements. They have high number of achievements on their record compared to NASA. NASA is older. So understand these things, that you have to be very proactive when you're following your goals, achieving your goals, right? So now the things that I'm talking about is all that I've learned from my life, from small things I do to the greater things I have done. All of them were based on some procedure. Nobody helped me, nobody helps me, okay? These people come in and spew hate and go away. That's the most of the time. Most of my life have been like that, right? I really appreciate people who are positive about me, compliment me, and those are my friends only, right? I don't hang around people who are negative, who bring out some negative energy, and their goal and purpose is to just introduce some hurdle or identify some problem or give some baseless, preposterous analysis of the situation. I stay away from those people, and there are a lot of them, man. There are so many of them on this earth, in our society. There's so many of them. They're uncountable. Honestly, they are uncountable. You know, you have to understand that in order to be rare, you have to think differently. You know, to be with someone, to be in someone's team, you don't have to think favorably or against that person. No. You have to think positively. When you're positive, there is criticism, but the criticism is constructive. You know, when you criticize someone and you do it constructively, that person would become your friend. And you do that only when you meet a stranger and somebody is asking for your opinion, an honest opinion, and they show that they are really interested in honest opinion, then you give your positive and constructive criticism to them. That's the most honest criticism for everyone you meet. So pay attention to that, and pay attention to your goal setting, pay attention to the attitude you have. And this is end of my cardio. Thanks for watching, guys.